Yo, what is going on, guys? Pineapple Swayer. Today we're finally making a Forge to Fight related video. We're going to be making the final tier list. We are currently in February of 2024. The last tier list I made was in August of 2023, and then one before that was in May of 2023. And obviously, if this game gets content in the future, I will make more videos in another tier list, but that would be best to cap it off with one last tier list. So whoever may stumble across this game in the future will have this video and my insight to help them out. But let's get on with the video. I've been rambling on long enough now, and let's get started. First, we're gonna start with the sharks. I know some of the sharks offer unique abilities and stuff like that, but in my opinion, the sharks are just D tier. Obviously the main characters are going to be a lot better. So, just thinking to get that out of the way, put the sharks at D tier. But starting off with Sideswipe. Sideswipe is amazing in my opinion. He's definitely an A tier bot. He's not S tier though. I would say his unique damage and the way he can crit is absolutely overpowered. And I believe he's able to purify, I want to say, shock debuff, so he definitely, has a ton of potential in the right hand. Sideswipe can be absolutely deadly. Next we have Cheetor. Cheetor would be an S tier bot, but I feel like he's really RNG based, and with Beast Wars synergy, I feel like he needs the Beast Wars team to be, S tier, but I have him in A. He's better than Sideswipe in my opinion, and he's a strong bot. Now Prowl is S tier. I feel like Prowl definitely isn't as needed in the new game, or the new version, since there's not really any long fights, but his ability to just constantly power drain and power gain, it is probably the most unique ability in the game. Now here's Scout B. I'm going to put Scout B. He's like borderline A, borderline B, but I'm going to put him in A. I don't think he's better than Sideswipe or Cheetor though. He's kind of just his own unique bot. I think he's still the only bot that can break Energon shields. Don't quote me on that, but he definitely has a unique utility. Definitely not for everybody, but is a strong bot nonetheless, and he's fun to use. I really like his animations. Next we have Kickback. Kickback, in my opinion, would be an A tier bot, but to me, he's only useful for raid defense. And next we have Jazz. Now Jazz is like borderline S and A. With the Optimus Prime synergy, he's definitely an S tier bot. But with this game, not having really long fights anymore, Jazz is just A. I feel like the scouts offer a lot better stuff. However, I do feel like he's better than Bumblebee. His kit is definitely unique, and it's definitely weird to say the least. But next we have Skywarp. Um, Skywarp's just bad. I don't really know. From what I've used, he's just not good. Next we have Slipstream though. Slipstream used to be D tier, but now in my opinion she is almost an S tier. She is insane ever since they fixed her ranged, and I have her completely maxed out on my account. She is so much fun to use with her ability to constantly refresh not only debuffs but damaging debuffs. It's so useful. Next we have RC. RC is very beginner player friendly in my opinion. That's the only really real way to describe her, so I put her at A. Bludgeon, not supposed to be S, but he's like borderline A, borderline B. I think he's better than Kickback. He does a lot of crazy damage. I've seen some insane damage numbers with Bludgeon, and then +2, Sword Master is definitely useful. Same thing with Windblade. Windblade, I don't know. She's not A, but she's B in my opinion. She's not as good, I feel like, as a warrior, but she's definitely really good, in her own right. Now we have Scorponok and Necrotronus. I feel like these are self-explanatory. Scorponok because he basically can take away range attacks, and he has insane backfire. And then Necro, I haven't played as Necro yet, but just from the gameplay I've seen, he's absolutely insane. Just what he's able to do, especially if you have deep wounds mastery. I mean, the potential for Necrotronus just goes on forever. And next we have Dirge. Dirge is an interesting one. I'm gonna put him in the A tier just because of his bleed damage, what he's able to do, and then obviously when you pair him up with the Seekers, because I feel like if you don't have him with the Seekers, he's okay. Next we have Chromia. I think last time I made this video, I had Chromia in S. I said we, but I had Chromia in S. Putting Chromia down to A. She's just bugged. She doesn't work as intended. Her slows don't really work. She's supposed to be like Hot Rod from the old game, but she just doesn't really function correctly. Um, Next is Optimus Prime. Prime is S. Same thing with Starscream. Starscream is an S. Magnus is a B. Although I will say Magnus has potential to be an A tier or maybe even S tier. I just haven't bothered using him as much in a new game. Dinobot, same thing. I've seen some crazy potential with him, but he's just a B in my opinion. Now we have Megatron. Megatron is an S. I feel like this is kind of self-explanatory. Just being able to buff steel and just dominate, honestly. Same thing with Cyclonus. Cyclonus is an S tier bot, but his uses aren't really needed in this new game. We used to, have unstoppable mods like crazy in the old game, and Motor Master used to be a really big problem. But now, it's just not really needed. Nemesis Prime as well. He's fun, and his kit is probably the most unique one in the game, being able to heal from special attacks. This is crazy. He has potential to be S, but I'm putting him in A. Rodimus, self-explanatory. Motomaster B, good raid defender. Grimlock, kind of borderline A, borderline B, but I'm putting him as the best B tier bot though. His purification is amazing. And next we have Primal. Primal could be an A tier, but it's just B in my opinion. His kit, it's kind of whatever in my opinion. Same thing with Tantrum. I don't really like Tantrum. I've seen people do some crazy things with Tantrum, but you need to have a really unique play style to be great with Tantrum, and it just doesn't fit me, which is why I have him at B. Thundercracker, I mean, yeah, I don't. Thundercracker is a god tier bot. But I'm gonna switch up the S tier order right now though. So yeah, it goes Thundercracker to Megatron to Necro to Prime to Prowl, Scorponok, and so on. Sunstreaker, A. If he could purify like properly, he would be an S. And then Ironhide, we're putting him in S. God tier raid defender and just an annoying bot to fight. And Mirage, we're putting him at number 1 for the A tier. Or no, just kidding. He's like between Sunstreaker and Slipstream. Very good bot though. His damage is insane. I have done some crazy damage with Mirage. Ratchet, he is good for Autobot synergies. I will say that. But in terms of what he has to offer, he's, I would say, B tier. I feel like that's reasonable. Rhinox, annoying as, crap to fight, but B tier nonetheless. Shockwave has potential to be S, but I put him in A. Same thing with Soundwave. Soundwave, I could argue putting in S because I've seen some crazy damage numbers with him and AMs from other YouTubers, but I feel like his playstyle is just, you need to play pretty weird to be good with Soundwave. Same thing with Blaster. Blaster, I'm putting him in A. His just damage output when you have 10 stacks of his his range damage buffs, his amplifiers is insane. Now I used to have Wheeljack at C, but there for a while Wheeljack was the only usable bot in D120, so I'm putting him in S. I would say without Nano, he's just probably a C or even an A tier bot, but with the game's current state, he kind of still is one of the only usable bots in D120, so putting him in S. Same thing with Jetfire. Jetfire goes to S. I've seen some crazy stuff with Jetfire, man. I don't use him, but just from what I've seen, he's insane. Waspinator's kind of in the same boat. I've seen some crazy damage, but I'm putting him into B. Ramjet is like borderline B, borderline A. I feel like you need Seeker's synergy with him to be great, but I'm gonna put him. We'll put him at B. Galvatron, I don't know. Galvatron, he's B. He's not great, but he can definitely be a really good bot. Next we have Megatronus. This is self-explanatory. He's the best bot in the game, no doubt in my mind. But I feel like Thundercracker and Megatron definitely could be the best. It's just Tron is just what he has to offer is insane. Next we have Cliff Jumper, putting him in B. Sound Blaster, Damage, God, Crit Jesus, um, putting him in the A tier. And then lastly we have Dead. And to finish this tier list, if Sound Blaster though, if he had a damaging debuff for Purified, he would probably be S, but he doesn't. So now we have Dead End. Dead End is in the S tier. I don't know if you guys have used Dead End yet, but he is absolutely insane. But this caps off my final tier list for Transformers Forged to Fight. Hope you guys enjoyed this video though. Honestly, I hope they add content to the game because I want to upload videos surrounding the game, but I'll at least upload this tier list for you guys to have. Anyways though, this is Pineapple Sway. If you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing, and drop your thoughts in below. Should I rank the bot higher? Should I rank the bot lower? Let me know. I want to hear it. I always love your feedback, and I love seeing y'all's comments. It means a lot. Anyways though, it's Pineapple Sway. Peace out.